Welcome to the 133rd installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about the amazing series between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors, and my 2016 NBA Finals predictions.
Tell him, Alejandro!
PA drinkers, the Golden State Warriors have just defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2016 Western Conference Finals. It was an amazing series. I loved it. In my personal opinion, I think this is the two best teams in the NBA currently, right now. Let's talk about this amazing series we just witnessed. The Oklahoma City Thunder, at one point in the series, were up 3-1, and they just lost 3 games straight to the Golden State Warriors and have lost the series 4-3. A lot of cats started running their mouths and talking mad trash about the Golden State Warriors when the Warriors were down 3-1. A lot of cats are hating on the Warriors this year. I peeped it. The Golden State Warriors this season have won 73 games in the regular season, the most ever, more than the 72-10 1996 Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls. So yes, this Golden State Warriors team we're watching, people, are pursuing history. They're trying to become, in my personal opinion, the best team ever. And of course, by winning the most games in the regular season, you have to top that off with a championship. They almost got eliminated, but they're still in this, and now they're going to the NBA Finals to face the Cleveland Cavaliers, aka the Cleveland LeBrons. But I definitely want to touch up on this series we just witnessed a little bit because it was amazing. My man's Russell Westbrook put mad work in. He has mad fans now. A lot of cats slurped up other point guards in the league. I love Chris Paul, blah blah blah. I always was on the Westbrook wave from episode 1 of Tell Em Alejandro. All I've been saying, Westbrook this, Westbrook that, ha 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 ha. And now everybody's starting to realize, oh, this dude Westbrook really is an alien. He really is not a human. He is the Energizer Bunny. He is a different type of athletic specimen. He had a great series. Unfortunately, his team lost, but I definitely see a lot of cats showing him love now. A lot of cats saying that's their favorite player, this, that, and the third. So shout out to my man Russell Westbrook. He had an amazing series, amazing season. And I expect bigger and better from Westbrook in the future. And hopefully one day he can win a championship and I can just lose my mind and go crazy because that's my favorite player. Now let's talk about Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder. This summer he will be a free agent. His team just lost. And who knows? He may leave the Oklahoma City Thunder. Me personally, TEA drinkers, I don't think Kevin Durant is going anywhere. Ultimately, I think Kevin Durant is signing a 1-year deal and going back to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Why? Many reasons. First things first, there's no other team he can go to in this league where he's going to find better support as opposed to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is not a role player. Russell Westbrook is not a Robin to anyone's Batman. He is no second fiddle. What I see with Durant and Westbrook is Batman and Superman. Unfortunately, the Golden State Warriors did have the kryptonite to slow down this duo, but I haven't seen a duo as dangerous as Durant and Westbrook, honestly, since James and Wade a few years back when Wade was a little bit more healthy, and obviously since the duo of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. So I do expect Durant to stay at least for one more season, not just because he won't find better support, but also because Kevin Durant can make more money if he stays with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if he signs a 1-year deal and becomes a free agent in 2017 instead of 2016, he can make even more money than if he signs a long-term deal now. And Russell Westbrook will be a free agent in 2017. So I expect KD to become a free agent in 2017. And then at that point, we'll see if he'll leave the Thunder. But for this summer, chill out, Oklahoma City. I think y'all have Durant for at least one more season. The Thunder, I think they played a great series. Shout out to their coach, Billy Donovan. I think he did a great job coaching this team. I think he helped get them a little bit over the hump. I know Scott Brooks got further. He got to the NBA Finals a few years back. But I do think Billy Donovan put some twerk in. So shout out to him.
Shout out!
And I gotta shout out a lot of the Thunder role players. I feel like a lot of them put mad work in. Like my man's Ibaka, he stepped up in the series. Steven Adams is something else. Oh my God. He is quickly becoming one of Mr. Alejandro's go-to goons in the league. Wow, I love this man. First of all, he looks hideous. perfect if you want to be a goon. The guy look intimidating. He's got hair all over the place. The stupidest mustache you'll find with a nasty 5 o'clock shadow. Perfect. I want guys like that on my team holding me down. I love Steven Adams. Andre Roberson is a goon defender. Gotta shout him out. And I do think the Thunder eventually, if they can keep Durant and Westbrook together, eventually they'll win a championship. Unfortunately, they ran into the Warriors. Enough about the Thunder. Let's talk about the Warriors. I noticed the Warriors, for the first time in this 2-year run of them being a great team, were in trouble. A lot of cats were feeling like the Thunder were really going to beat them when the Thunder were up 3-1. By the way, the Thunder had an amazing road in this playoffs. Did they? They beat a 60-plus win Spurs team. I didn't even think the Thunder would beat the Spurs team. And coming into this Warriors-Thunder series, I thought the Warriors would win this series in 5 games. So the fact that the Thunder even pushed it to 7, let alone were up 3-1 at one point, that's crazy. With the Warriors winning this series, it shuts a lot of haters up. Me personally, I'm not a hater. I'm completely neutral. I'm a New York Knicks fan and a Brooklyn Nets fan, and if you didn't know, both my teams are grade A pure basura. So I really have nobody to root for in this other than to root for great basketball and entertainment. The Warriors, I love their style of basketball. It's brand new. It's something I have not seen. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I have not seen this style of basketball since the Phoenix Suns a few years back with Nash and Amari. And this team is even better because they have even more ball movement, and more importantly, this team plays defense. That Suns team, they don't even know what defense is, let alone goon defense. But this Warriors team, they're built from head to toe properly. I like that. Now, let's talk about this upcoming NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, baby. This is a rematch of last year's Finals. Last year, I felt like the Cavs would have won that series if Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, aka LeBron's help, would have been healthy. Unfortunately, those two players were injured, but this time they are healthy. So, TEA drinkers, if you're a basketball fan, we are going to get a great series. I don't think this series will be better than the OKC Warriors series, truthfully. I really feel like the Thunder and the Warriors were the 2 best teams in the league. If you're wondering who's the top 4 best teams in the league, I would say the Cavs and the Spurs, as well as the Thunder and the Warriors. In this series, I think the Warriors will win against the Cleveland Cavaliers in either 5 or 6 games. Yes, last year I did think the Cavs would win, but I paid attention a lot to the Cavs this year, and of course the Warriors, and I paid attention to the Cavs and Warriors matchups in the regular season. I know regular season is a completely different beast from playoffs, but one thing I noticed with the Cavs and the Warriors, and this is just me personally, this is why I think this series is going to be won by the Warriors, and it's going to be pretty easy. Kevin Love is a defensive liability. Kevin Love can't guard nobody, and Kevin Love is going to be put in crazy situations that I noticed the Thunder were put in. The Thunder have the personnel for this. Check this out. Naturally, with the Thunder, you're thinking Westbrook's going to guard Curry. Westbrook is a goon defender. Andre Roberson from time to time will guard Curry, or he'll guard the 80s pornstar Klay Thompson. But what the Warriors do a great job of doing is forcing you, the opposition, to put your bigs up against their small, quick guys on the perimeter and put them on an island. 1v1, son. You're done. So I look at the Thunder's roster and I feel like Ibaka, Kanter, and Adams did a very good job against the Thunder, switching off the pick and roll throughout this series. I feel like Tristan Thompson would do a good job in this upcoming series, but I don't think Kevin Love is going to be of any help defensively. I don't think he can guard anyone in this series, especially when the Warriors run their small lineup. I also have noticed that a lot of cats are slurping up Channing Frye now. A lot of cats are slurping up his jump shot, but I don't think in this series he would do a good job defensively because he's going to be put in nasty situations. I do think the Thunder showed that switching on everything is important and is big, and it damn near won the Thunder the series. They were up 3-1. Me personally, if you're a Cavs fan, open your ears, listen up. This is just my personal strategy. I would run LeBron James at center, and I would run a small lineup if I was the Cleveland Cavaliers head coach, Tyronn Lue. By the way, I do think it's kind of grimy and shady how their previous head coach, David Blatt, got fired mid-season and he had a winning record. And yes, people, I do think LeBron James had a big part to do with it. Just throwing that out there. I would run a small lineup if I was the Cleveland Cavaliers. I feel like the Thunder did a great job of matching up with the Warriors, playing small with Durant at power forward and Ibaka at center. I would run James at center with a lineup containing J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, Kyrie Irving, and the X Factor, Matthew Dellavedova. My man's Delly's gonna put that work in against Curry. But the reason why I would run this lineup is because I think the Thunder showed if you're going against the Warriors, you have to switch on everything. If you go look at the statistics, even though Kanter, Ibaka, and Adams put some twerking in this series, they weren't able to play a lot of minutes in this series because you can't really play big against the Warriors. Combined with the fact that if you do play big, your bigs are going to be in foul trouble. So you have to play small guys at the big position. You following? You get what I'm saying? But if you have LeBron switching onto Curry in the perimeter, that's a better chance as opposed to if you have Tristan Thompson switching to the perimeter to guard Curry, or Kevin Love, aka a defensive liability, guarding Stephen Curry on the perimeter, or Frye switching. You understand what I'm saying? So I would give myself the best chance defensively. Now, if I'm tiring out LeBron James, I have him guarding Stephen Curry, one of the best players in the league, all game. You understand he's going to get tired? I'm going to need Kyrie Irving and maybe even Kevin Love to step it up offensively, and my man Junior, aka JR. I'm going to need them to step it up offensively so my man LeBron can get a rest on offense. My man LeBron is going to have to play that goon defense. Let me just give y'all the narrative, people. Like I said, the Warriors are trying to become possibly the best team ever, or at least have the best year of any team of all time. But let me give you the narrative for the Cleveland Cavaliers. My man's LeBron James is pursuing a championship for the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio sucks when it comes to sports, as opposed to college football, because the Ohio State Buckeyes always put that twerk in. But in the main three sports, Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, Cleveland never wins anything, you feel me? And I really want to see them win. It would be great if LeBron can win with the Cavs. In my opinion, it's like getting 2 championships as opposed to him winning in Florida. It's not the same. It's not equivalent. It's one of the reasons why Carmelo Anthony doesn't want to leave the Knicks. He wants to play for the Knicks. He wants to win a championship with the Knicks, because if you win with the Knicks, a team that historically never wins anything, it's bigger. You understand? Not to mention also because the Knicks can pay Melo the most money. Of course, Melo is about his cash. I don't blame him. Money is everything, baby. I would love to see LeBron win a championship for Ohio. And by the way, if LeBron does win a championship for the Cavs, yes, I do think he would leave the Cavs this summer because he has an opt-out clause. He can opt out. He can be a free agent. He can go anywhere. I do think he would go back to the Miami Heat. Just giving you some food for thought.
Mouthpiece like LeBron, I'm taking my talents down to South Beach.
There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's recap of the 2016 NBA Western Conference Finals matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors, and my 2016 NBA Finals predictions. TA drinkers, what do y'all think about this series? I loved it. What do y'all think about this upcoming NBA Finals? And who do you think will win in this upcoming NBA Finals? TA drinkers, tell them in the comments. Tonight's bow tie is brought to you by Ted Baker. It's pink and it's blue. OKC, boo-hoo. Tune in for more sports, cars, video games, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events, or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic. Tell them, outro music! Yeah! TA drinkers, I think this year's playoffs were very predictable. Unfortunately, injuries did hit us kind of with Blake and Chris Paul in the first round, but ultimately, the Cavs and the Warriors is probably what Mad Cats predicted. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I think it's going to be a juicy one. Let's get it.